It all started in 2020. The titular stick figure Henry Stickmin, who has been my favorite childhood gaming mascot, got a remastered collection along with a brand new story on Steam, the Henry Stickmin Collection. My brother and I played the game till 100% completion, unlocking every ending and collecting every bio the game had available. And since 2020 was the year of the global lockdown, I thought about making a fan games to pass the time. In the Henry Stickmin Collection, bios that you collect can be seen in the bios tab. The bios look like playing cards, so I decided to create a Henry Stickmin card. I opened up Photoshop, got to work, and created my first card. Well, test card, but you get the idea. After a successful test print, I then created 5 more. It wasn't much, but I was pretty proud of my work. I then told my brother, sister, and dad about it during dinner, but the more I explained about the mechanics, the more they pointed out the flaws in the system, and I realized that the idea didn't work. 2 years passed by, and my brother asked what happened to my Henry Stickmin fan game card game. I told him I didn't have a vision for it, and I was just ambitious without a proper plan. I then took a shower shortly after telling him that. But I couldn't get that half-baked idea out of my head. Minutes passed, then several, then 10, then 30, then suddenly, I had an epiphany. I ran down the stairs at lightning speed, grabbed his supplies, plopped him down to the counter, and told him, I think I figured it out. It took hours to craft ideas, cut paper into card sheets, draw characters, write down stats, and finalize the finished cards. We couldn't play test the game before bedtime, so when we woke up the next morning, the first thing we did was to play the game. And to my surprise, it worked. For the next few months, I made more and more cards non-stop, ranging from simple doodles to detailed drawings. It was great. My friends really enjoyed playing the game, and they even made some of their own cards. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I should probably explain to you how to play the prototype, aka version 1.
The goal of the game is to knock your opponent's health from 20 down to 0 before they do. To accomplish this, you can play character and or support cards to either predict an opening or an incoming attack. In the mid to late game, the cards that you have on the field can let you use strong items when the border isn't in the way. This can help change interactions that you couldn't control willingly when your view was previously obstructed, along with adding another layer of excitement to the game. Let's practice with some examples. Turn 2. During the character phase, the border is placed in the middle of the field. The original border is crooked, so we'll be using a cutting board to make viewing easier. In your hand, the only card you can play is Snil, so you choose to play it in lane 1. You and your opponent are ready, so the border gets lifted and both of you see what you place. It seems like they played Fetty in lane 4. Since neither of you can afford an item, the item phase is skipped and the attack phase is initiated. Snil attacks the opponent for 1 and Fetty attacks you for 3. The attack phase ends, the border is put back up, and you both draw a card. Here's another example. Turn 5. You play Theusx in lane 4, lift the border, and continue with 2 progression points, also known as PP. The opposing player's Bob is in lane 1, and since that lane number is smaller, Bob gets to use his trait first, which is to draw 2 cards. Theusx's trait lets you deal 2 damage, and since Bob only has 1 health, you choose to kill Bob. Now it's the item phase. You have 2 remaining PP, and you have the item Rock, which deals 2 damage for the cost of 1 PP. You notice that Theusx can use Rock, and you choose to use Rock on Stupid, which is enough to kill him. Since neither you or your opponent can play anything anymore, the attack phase initiates with you dealing 3 damage to the opposing player. Final example. Turn 7. You decide to go all out. You play Lil Guy, Lil Gal, Alonian Guy, Alonian Gal, Eyes Guy, and Da Baby. Feeling good, you lift the border, and then you see they played the Big Rock in lane 1 with the ability to deal 4 damage to everything, killing everything of yours on the field.
Well, that's great. God damn it, he does that same play every time. It's so goddamn annoying.
Anyways, there's a lot of stuff that I haven't covered, but one crucial mechanic I chose not to mention yet was comeback cards.
Since this was a Henry Stickmin fan game, I used the main cast to create powerful cards that can help get back to the game. When playtesting, if you didn't have a decent start in the early game, you would be at a huge disadvantage every turn and eventually lose. These were designed to make sure that if you couldn't prevent yourself dying in the mid game, you get your health reset to 5 and draw your combat card. Surprisingly, this was pretty balanced and it definitely helped rejuvenate the game. And then I kept creating more and more cards, but that started to create a bit of a problem. Every time I add a new card, the older ones get slightly worse and eventually become outclassed, along with making things more complex and confusing. Even if I didn't run out of card ideas and motivation, I knew I had to inevitably stop this game top. Besides, it was only a silly hobby. It's not like I could have turned this fan game into a potential career. Right? During the time I was wrapping up version 1, I created a plan for my future self before and after I graduate. But if I was going to be able to pull it off, I need to figure out what works and what doesn't. The best logical step was to receive feedback from my playtesters and friends since they have an outsider's perspective, something that I don't have. Back when I only had a few weeks left in my high school senior year, my software engineering teacher, Mr. Hinckley, let me playtest the game with my classmates during class. I even have the notes on me right here. A lot of them provided really great feedback and advice, and without them, version 2 would not be looking as good. Another thing I did to help version 2 become better was to create a Google Doc to help guide my game making progress. And for a bonus, I created some teaser art for not only for my friends, but as a submission begin to the Gwen Foster School of Art. Now, I will admit, production compared to version 1 was slow, and tedious, and painful, and boring. I lost a lot of motivation after that. It was too much for me to handle, and I stopped production altogether. For about 2 months. If it wasn't for the overwhelming support from my friends and family, I wouldn't be able to pick up version 2 back up and continue this journey. And I'm very grateful for that. I can't wait to see what I show off to you guys and girls in the future. But that's a story for another time. For now, thanks for watching.